I often get asked if someone with a technical or IT background can transition into PACS administration. And the answer is yes, of course you can. That's one of the two ways as to how people actually transition into this type of profession. Now, imaging informatics at its core is a blend of two worlds, clinical and technical. And so what that means is that no matter which background you have, you still have to learn something in order to be successful in this domain. So while it's true that most people transition from primarily being X-ray techs to PACS administrators, um, what they have is they have the clinical background, but they are lacking the technical component, right? And that is something that they have to learn. For you, it's the opposite. You already have the solid technical foundation. And now what you need to do is you need to learn clinical workflows, radiology workflows primarily, although not exclusive to radiology only. How would you do this? Well, there's a couple of ways to go about this. First and foremost, you want to learn the basics of imaging informatics. You want to understand how the systems work. You want to understand how the systems are set up. What are they made out of? What are the components? What are the standards? You need to know basics of DICOM. You need to know basics of HL7. While it's not absolutely mandatory, and some people do learn on the job, it's highly recommended. And there's a few courses out there, easily available to Google search, and you should be able to find them no problem. After that, when you're actually looking for a job, try to find a job where the emphasis is not on front-facing clinical roles. So what does that mean? Well, you see, what happens is that PACS administration is a bit of a vague kind of definition of a profession. It can mean different things at different institutions. For some institutions, it's really primarily clinically facing role where a PACS administrator routinely interacts with radiologists, technologists, other clinicians. That would be a tough transition for someone who has no experience in the clinical domain. But other orgs actually differentiate between the technical staff and clinical staff, all under greater umbrella of, managing their PACS, especially if it's an enterprise PACS. So that is quite common nowadays. So that is something that I would recommend for someone with a technical background. So two things. Number one is, get some basic education in imaging informatics. However you wish to do this, take a course, watch some videos online, combine a few things. Just have some kind of foundation in this because you don't want to be completely foreign to this. Number two, look for a job where the technical domain is the prevailing one. Now, don't get me wrong, you're still going to need to know the clinical workflows, but a lot of them you're going to be able to learn on the job. For more videos just like this, subscribe to this channel. More coming.